Welcome. Thanks for joining us again for another week of local business marketing tips. As you know, the last video, we went over different things to say within the video. We broke it down into 3 little parts to help keep you focused, to help keep things simple, and to help kind of relieve some of the anxiety in case you're somebody who doesn't like getting in front of a camera. So now that you are doing videos, the next step is to video edit. And today we're going to go over 7 different editing programs that I've used in the past. And then we're going to take a deeper dive through one of them to kind of go over some of the features that I like about it to kind of give you a direction to head into, because there's so many options. We're going to help keep you focused. We're going to keep things simple this week and help you choose a video editing program that works best for you. Let's get started. First and foremost, let's take a look at just 7. Again, there's thousands of options. This isn't the end-all be-all list. It's just a place to help get you started and kind of do some research on your own. The first one that we use the most frequently is WeVideo, and on there you can have lots of features like little video clips you can add into it, pictures, you do layers, audio, all the different things that you're looking for. It's a paid site, but it's actually not that expensive, so that's the first one we use. Another one we use is Vimeo, and then we've used that in the past as well, paid site, lots of similar features. And then we use Canva a lot. Those are the 3 paid ones we use the most. Even with Canva, so often what I'll do is I'll take the WeVideo and I'll chop it all up and I'll do all the things I need to because it's just a little more user-friendly. And then I'll put it into Canva because that way I get a little extra features. They have a little bit different music. The transitions are a little bit different. So I like to kind of mix and match sometimes as well. Some of the free ones we have is CapCut. CapCut is a very good one. It's very in-depth for what the cost is, which is a free version. And again, you have layers, and you have pictures, imports, all the things you need. Shotcut is another one. It seems like they all like the word cut in them. But anyway, Shotcut is another really good one. DaVinci Resolve, and there's a lot of different versions of DaVinci Resolve. I think they're up to 18 now, but there'll be a free version and a paid version as well. It starts getting a little more for the intermediate advanced on that one, but it is a really good, solid program as well. And then the last one to go over is HitFilm. So that's another one that's pretty good, nice and easy, free. And you notice I didn't say Adobe Premium because that is more like advanced. That is a tougher one. These ones are more of a beginner level to almost intermediate level. DaVinci maybe a little more towards the intermediate, towards expert level, but that'll at least get you started, a place to do a little more research. And now we're going to take a deeper dive into one of the programs, WeVideo, and show you some of the features you really should be looking for to help you with your marketing business. Or some of the different editing programs that are out there, and you want to start dabbling in it a little bit yourself. Let's go over some of the features that I seem to be finding the most useful and things you should be looking for in the systems and the editing programs that we went over. So first and foremost, you're going to have a media section or some place where you can import videos that you make. So if you make it from your phone or a video camera, you should be able to drop some of the information there. So be sure there's a space for that. There's also some recording. A lot of them will have a recording session where you can record your screen or you record directly from the computer. And there's a lot of features that are nice, like I'm using right now. If you're doing podcasts and so forth, some of them do have even narrations where you can do voiceovers. If you're a person that's still a little bit of camera shy, you can have some B-roll clips and things, and then you can just narrate over top of it. So these are 3 features of video editing that are super. Another feature of this one that I really like is the video section. You can have like little clips and things. Let's say you want it to be a business meeting. And the business meeting will have like little clips here and there, some B-roll things that you can pop into your video. So it's not just you talking the entire time. Or if you're using it to make an intro, or if you're making an outro, things of that nature, these little clips and so forth are really helpful to have some B-roll. If you don't have any B-roll for yours, if the program you're using doesn't have it, create a little bit on your own. Just have like a few clips of, whatever the topic is, baking cupcakes or, walking through a house or whatever type of generic material. It's easy to make some of that, but be sure your program you use has some features of, a little bit of B-roll. This one also has images. So let's say you need some stock photos that are legally allowed to use. There's lots of different websites that will also give you some stock photos. You can sometimes do a subscription and pay for it. Sometimes there's a one-time subscription. There's a variety of things. In any case, it's nice to often have like an image that you can put as an intro, as an outro, things of that nature as well. I use them a little bit, not a ton, mostly just for some extra graphics in our videos. Audio, be sure you have some audio. Audio is usually musical background. You want to be sure you have some of those. If some programs have a ton of them, some have a few. And again, there's extra websites and so forth out there that you can use, some free, some paid. But if the program already has audio and it gives you options to like put a little background noise in, that is the way to go. Text. You also want to have some text options because you want to have things that are maybe not said in the video, like introducing people or contact information, websites, things of that nature. So be sure you have a text feature where you can add and drop like captions and even intro pages and things of that nature. So you need to decide on how much screen you want it to take up, but you definitely want to have some titles and some text, however they format in your editing program. Transitions, you have to have transitions too, because you want to be able to get from one clip to the next clip. Now, sometimes you can do the hard jump from one spot to the next spot perfectly fine. If you want to have a higher tempo and you want your video to move along a little bit faster, not a problem. But if you want some blurs or if you want some fades, don't get too cute with them. I found the more cute you get or the more creative you get, the more distracting it is, like curtains and things. That's not so great. But your program should put it between the clips and create a little bit of flow to it as well. Now, some of the other things that aren't on the top here is tracks, right? So I use the tracks really often. So usually you have a video and usually you have an audio. So when you have those types of tracks, you want to have some overlay, creates overlay. So let's say I have an interview and I drop down the interview, super great. I'm gonna turn the volume off on that though. And you want to have, a video clip pop into it. So the overlay will help you break this up a little bit. There you go. I'm turning the volume off on that one too. Sorry about that. So that way it cuts away from the interview format and then it can cut back to your actual interview. A lot of times you can add transitions to that as well. Make it nice and smooth. So as we're doing our interview or your commercial or whatever you're working on, it can flow right into the extra footage scene and back out again. So be sure you have multiple layers. If you have just one layer, it's okay. You just don't get the creativity. You don't get the opportunity to like slip in some other graphics and information. All right. And of course you have your audio clip, which goes at the bottom and you can control the volume. You should be able to do that as well. And you can usually be able to add extra tracks too. So if you want to do another track and have a couple of different layers, get a little fancy there, but you can have other layers and add on clips and you can add on words, you can add on whatever, but you should be able to have that. Now, the last one I'm going to go over is the splits. So the split is if you want a little bit of a break. So if you make a big video and you want to chop it up into little pieces, so as you're going through and the interview is being conducted and there's a little bit of a break, you can do the split. You can delete part of it, especially if you have too much. And then you can even add a little transition in the middle of those. So if you're going from one bit of the interview or a bit of the commercial to the next, the split helps you do that. So be sure you have a split. Be sure you have tracks. Be sure you have layers. And then of course, some of the extras, the transitions, the text, the audio, the images, and of course the media. Some of the other ones I didn't really go over, they don't necessarily have to be there. You have some overlays and you have some background. Those aren't always necessary. I don't use them too often, but the ones I did go over are really the ones you need to use the most often and the ones that are most helpful to create a clear video that everybody entertained and educated by.